everyone! Welcome back! This is a painting of my daughter's eye when she was 2 years old. This is a video demonstration for my students who will also be painting their own eyes later this year. To start out, I cut a small canvas that was primed with gesso and taped it to a piece of cardboard to give it a hard backing. Then I created an underpainting in burnt umber. This is a neutral color that just allows me to draw out where I want my shapes to be. To erase an area, I dip my brush in Gamsol, then blot gently on a paper towel and lift the paint off the canvas. This only works while the paint is wet. Painting like this in a very watered down way, using a lot of Gamsol, makes the paint dry within a few hours, and I am able to work on the piece sooner. For my starting palette, I am using Gray Matter's palette paper. I do like the tone that is already on the palette, so it is not intimidating when I am mixing colors. I switched to a styrofoam plate. I'm using Gamblin Oil 1980 paints for this part. This is a student grade oil paint line. For the medium, I'm using Galkyd to thin out the paints and make the layers dry faster. I put Galkyd in a small plastic container with a pop top lid so I can keep it on my palette while I am mixing the colors. When I'm not working on the painting, I cover my palette with a layer of aluminum foil. And between the days I'm not actively painting, the paint doesn't dry out completely. Now it will dry out a little bit, but keeping it covered makes it so that the paint is still usable day after day. One of the key points when painting or drawing eyes for that matter is the sclera, which is the white of the eye, is never completely white. The whites of the eyes actually have blues, purples, pinks, and sometimes yellows within the eyeball. The only white is from the highlights that are from a light source. Another thing to know is that the iris has a ring around it in a hue of blue. This ring is faded into the sclera. If you look closely at an eye, you will notice lines radiating from the central point or the pupil out into the iris. Some have many different colors, and I refer to this as the starburst effect. I use purples and blues in the shadows of the face to give the person a more lifelike appearance. In photographs, it doesn't always appear as blues and purples. Mostly they are browns and blacks or shades of gray. By adding the blues and purples, it gives the person life, and it will look better than the photograph itself. I use a dry, fluffy brush to fade out this ring. Eyelashes and eyebrows are just hairs, which I use a number 2 brush from the Utrecht Mixed Synthetic line. This is a very small point, even though the number seems confusing. I love Utrecht brushes. They are very fluffy and soft, and they are great to blend paint with. And no, I am not sponsored, although it would be nice if I was. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a fabulous day.